The first thing we have to do after installation SVR01 and SVR02 and WS01 is to change their IP address version 4. The information for the network setup for each virtual machine shows in this page, but make sure to add another network adapter for SVR01. In task 1, we are going to make an Active Directory domain and name it kamali.local. I use SVR01 as my domain control. Then after we made Active Directory, we join SVR2 and WS01 to the Active Directory domain. As it shows in the screenshot, SVR2 and WS01 joined in the Active Directory domain. In task 2, we manage user to allow Active Directory domain administrator. Then we are going to create Active Directory objects to allow a user to complete both standard and administrator works within the domain. This was done as it can be a viable option to have an administrator user that is enabled that doesn't carry the name administrator, and this is especially useful for security reasons. Also, we don't want to something happen to our admin user. As it shows in a screenshot, user joined to a standard and administrator group. In task 3, we will configure DHCP services. As it shows in the first screenshot, the WS01 used DHCP acquire IP configuration via the DHCP server. As we can see, the IP version for address of WS01 assigned by DHCP and the scope are properly configured. To check the WS01 address list that it shows in the screenshot, we need to open DHCP and then expand the IP version 4, and then click on address lists. As we can see, SW01 is on our DHCP of SVR01 with the IP address of 172.16.2.21. The reason we use second DHCP client is because the second DHCP client acts as a backup in case of failure on the primary DHCP server. In case of failure, the second DHCP can issue up the address. Benefits of using DHCP are safe and reliable configuration. The IP address configured automatically and fast. The properly that IP address makes up is low and is good for the places that the employee is not steady. For the scope, we can give a start and end range. For example, if the range is .1 to .20, the DHCP assigned as .1, then .20 till .20. The point of using a scope is when a PC joins to the network, it gets the IP address automatically. In task 4, we configure DNS services. In this screenshot, we can see DNS resolve the mail exchange and www queries correctly. To check it, we use nslookup command. Then we type the cname, that is www.kamali.local. As the result shows, we can see the name and the alias name. Then we try to check the mail exchange. To check the mail exchange, we type the mx, that is mail.kamali.local. As the result shows, the mail exchange is working correctly too. In this screenshot, we can see the pointers record. For example, if someone searches for IP address 172.16.2.10, it will return SVR01. Basically, it figures out the name for the IP address. Now we can answer to this question that how the DNS service supports Active Directory domain operation. The location of Active Directory domain controls is used by DNS data to support it. DNS zones are used to support Active Directory domains during or after the creation if the DNS zones locating Active Directory domains controllers in through network hosts and services by populating the zones with the DNS resources records.